February is the solid date for an AJ fight. Now, whether that's a second fight or whether that's his first fight back, we'll see. As I said, at this stage...
Well, Tyson certainly, in my opinion, is a Hall of Famer all day long. And AJ, I'm not knocking him at all.
It can still happen next year.
We will see.
The moment boxing fans have waited years for is finally here. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua is officially happening. Promoter Eddie Hearn has lit the fuse, confirming that the long-anticipated British mega fight is locked in for February. It's the biggest domestic clash in modern boxing, a collision between...
I think it could have come a bit earlier. I think if the ref was paying attention from the first time I hurt him in the second round, knowing that he was hurt and just shipping punches and just taking them, wasn't really defending, wasn't giving back. I think if you put those two moments kind of side by side, I think the ref probably...
Between pride, power, and purpose. This isn't just another heavyweight bout. It's deeply personal. Anthony Joshua isn't chasing belts or paydays this time. He wants Fury's pride, his crown, and the throne of heavyweight boxing. According to Hearn, Joshua has...
right now he's in training camp and he's very focused for his return. So,
gone dark, isolated in camp, laser-focused, and grinding through brutal sessions with one name echoing through his mind: Tyson Fury. Every day, every round of sparring, and every mile run is driven by that purpose. But Joshua
has been signing contracts for years. It ain't in my hands, it's with a legal team. That's why you hire lawyers. You know the history of boxing, make sure you get your legal terms right. That's why you got good management and good lawyers. So of course I'm going to sign a contract. That's just with some lawyers at the minute.
Joshua isn't the only one preparing for war. Tyson Fury has already begun his own intense camp, sharpening his tools and reigniting the competitive fire that has defined his career. His longtime associate Spencer Brown expressed measured confidence in Fury, while also acknowledging
Tyson will win, and Joshua's got a chance in redeeming himself. Don't write him off. We've written him off before.
Acknowledging Joshua's dangerous determination. Brown reminded fans that Joshua has been written off before, only to return stronger. One punch changes everything in heavyweight boxing, Brown noted. And in a fight like this, that truth couldn't be more relevant. Former world champion Duke McKenzie echoed that sentiment.
We need him back in the ring? Of course we do. He's a character, right? But he's a two-time world champion. And as he has just said, 100 million wouldn't even get me out of bed.
To him, Joshua's presence isn't just wanted, it's needed. The sport thrives on fighters like AJ, disciplined, marketable, and unpredictable. McKenzie stressed that Joshua's motivation isn't about money, it's about meaning.
Two rounds. 10, 11, 12. It was scrappy, it was messy, and it was just kind of like winning the argument. But when you watch it and score it, gloves are hitting you. It was just busy, wasn't it? It was busy. But did you feel it was slipping away from you at the end? Or did you feel you was doing enough?
No. Time world champion or not, Joshua's legacy now hangs on what happens against Fury. Behind the scenes, Spencer Brown also confirmed whispers that discussions with Turki Al-Sheikh are already in motion, ensuring the massive event has global support and structure. The machinery is moving fast.
Listen, God bless them. They're going to make more money. They're going to fill Wembley Stadium up. I'm sure. Whatever. God bless them. But to me, it's lost. It's lost its zing. It's lost its luster. I mean but that's me. It's lost. The English fans are so loyal. They're such boxing fans. They're still coming.
The fight that defines an era is becoming reality. Trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas didn't hold back his thoughts. He admitted the matchup has lost some of its magic due to years of delays and missed opportunities. It should have happened when both were at their peaks, Atlas said. But even with timing...
Why? Because Tyson Fury's a fighting man. So I know Dylan White is nightmares to everybody. You never know right now. People are thinking, yes, I know how to take that boy out. It's the same shot Anthony Joshua took him out with, and Pulev took him out, Povetkin took him out with. But I just think, fight-wise, I'd lean towards Anthony Joshua.
Questioned He acknowledged the magnitude remains enormous. Wembley will sell out. Nostalgia will fill the air. It may not be the same fight it could have been, but it's still monumental. Meanwhile, Johnny Nelson continues to show unwavering confidence in Joshua. While most analysts...
AJ's got a lot of power still. His punch resistance may be shot to pieces, but Fury's not too far behind him, I don't think. They're both ready to go. So it's a question of who lands first. And Fury's always been quite smart, quite clever in terms of his boxing sort of prowess and ability. So you would expect Fury to maybe nick it.
Highlight Fury's size, mobility, and boxing IQ. Nelson sees something deeper: timing and precision. The same surgical punch that floored Andy Ruiz in their rematch could change the course of Fury's night too. In Nelson's eyes, Joshua isn't the underdog. He's the man built to shock the world once again. Duke McKenzie broke it down in blunt, technical terms. Both fighters are vulnerable. Joshua's power remains lethal, but his chin is questionable. Fury is smarter, craftier, but he's slowing down. This isn't a battle of perfection, McKenzie said. It's a race to the first clean shot.
No, there's no point of like fighting Deontay Wilder or find this guy, but really and truly, everybody wants to see Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua.
He predicted that Fury's ring IQ could make the difference, but just barely. Then came Anthony Joshua's own words: calm, direct, and powerful. This is the fight the world demanded, he said. No more detours, no more tune-ups. The fans don't care about titles right now. They want Fury versus Joshua. AJ's tone revealed focus, not frustration. He sounded like a man who has made peace with his past and is ready to define his future. This fight isn't about who deserves it, he continued. It's about who defines it. Joshua acknowledged that this battle transcends belts. It's legacy versus legacy, pride versus pride. A fight that will decide who truly sits atop British boxing.
Because I need that Joshua fight. We have been trying to make that fight for years, right?
Why do you need that fight?
Because it's the fight that people want to see. It's the fight that
His closing words, "That's what they want," weren't empty hype. They were an acceptance of destiny. This is the defining chapter of his career, the fight that could immortalize his name among the greats. Tyson Fury, on the other hand, spoke with unmistakable conviction. His tone revealed that this fight means more than business. It's personal. For years, he's pursued Joshua, and every failed negotiation only deepened his hunger. Fury's honesty resonated with fans. "The people deserve this," he said, "and so do I." The Gypsy King has done it all: dethroned legends, beaten champions, and silenced doubters. Yet one name has always lingered on his hit list.
I know the fight with Anthony Joshua is an interesting one we want to see, one that I certainly want to see. First of all, I'd just like to say, why retire, why come out? I've touched on it.
Anthony Joshua. When Fury said, "I need that fight," it didn't sound like desire. It sounded like closure. Boxing legend Carl Froch captured that sentiment perfectly. Speaking as both a fan and a fighter, Froch made it clear that Fury versus Joshua is more than a spectacle. It's unfinished business. He criticized any thought of Fury retiring before facing Joshua. "Why walk away when the biggest fight of your life is still waiting?" Froch asked. His tone carried both disbelief and excitement. For Froch, this isn't about records or rankings. It's about legacy. "This is the fight we've all wanted," he said, "because it's the fight that defines an era." His words sliced through the noise. When two icons collide, it's not about who talks louder. It's about who stands taller when history calls their name. Johnny Nelson's technical...
Oh, yeah, it's the same shot Anthony Joshua took him out with, and Puller took him out, Povetkin took him out with. But I just think, fight-wise, I'd lean towards Anthony Joshua.
Analysis stood out for its precision. He reminded fans that Joshua isn't just brute strength. He's a student of the craft, calculated, measured, and dangerous when composed. Nelson pointed to a key vulnerability in Fury's game, one that a patient, focused Joshua could exploit. "It's not about flash or size," Nelson said. "It's about execution under pressure." He outlined a blueprint, simple yet effective. Control the tempo, time the right hand, and never let Fury dictate range. Nelson explained that Joshua's fundamentals are elite, the way he sets up his right hand, the discipline behind his combinations, and his adaptability mid-fight. He compared Fury's style, chaos, and rhythm changes to Joshua's structured precision. "When structure meets improvisation, it becomes a battle of rhythm," Nelson said. To him, the fight isn't about who's...
To me, it's so close and it's so subjective. And that's what I said. I think in regards to saying, I'm technically better, I don't think Spencer meant that Anthony Joshua is technically a better boxer than Tyson Fury, because
It's louder or flashier. It's about who executes better under the brightest lights. If Joshua keeps his jab tight, controls distance, and stays composed, Nelson believes he can dismantle Fury's rhythm. AJ doesn't need to outtalk Fury, he concluded. He just needs to outbox him, clean, clinical, and cold. Veteran commentator Adam Smith also weighed in with thoughtful insight. Having witnessed Joshua's rise from Olympic gold to global stardom, Smith said AJ's story is far from over. "He's not finished," Smith said. "There's still fire left in him, still a mountain to climb, and that mountain is Tyson Fury." Smith's view wasn't built on nostalgia, it was grounded in observation. He's seen champions fade when hunger dies, but Joshua's
career has been a phenomenal career. He's not just going to slip away into the sunset, I don't think. So I think if that fight, which I think is very much still there to be made this year, has got to be the favourite.
His hunger burns brighter than ever. "This fight isn't about reclaiming relevance," Smith said. "It's about chasing immortality." For Smith, 2025 is Joshua's defining year. The Fury fight isn't closure, it's resurrection. "He's not slipping away quietly," Smith added. "He's fighting to write his own ending." Nelson's final words summed up the mood across the boxing world. Anthony Joshua wins. He's held that belief since the beginning, and nothing has changed. He believes Joshua's focus, power, and refined technique will overcome Fury's unpredictability. "Fury's the master of mind games," Nelson said. "But Joshua's evolution is real. He's calmer, leaner, more calculated. This isn't the same man who lost to Ruiz or doubted himself."
I think Tyson Fury, you put him and Anthony Joshua together, and I'd been asked before, who wins between us both? I said Anthony. Tyson offended or whatever, and then vice versa. Why would he give a shit what I think? So what he thinks and what he believes. Coming through my career, so many people said you ain't going to do shit. I don't hate on him. I just think, all right, my success says it all. And so when you walk away from this game, you understand everybody has an opinion.
Nelson's conviction came not from bias, but from experience. "I've seen that fire before," he said. "And when I see it again in AJ's eyes, I know what it means." And now, with contracts signed and training camps underway, the world's attention turns to February, when two titans of British boxing finally collide. This fight isn't just about belts or bragging rights. It's about legacy, identity, and national pride. Fury, the undefeated tactician, thrives in chaos. Joshua, the disciplined destroyer, fights for redemption. One battles for supremacy, the other for meaning. When the lights of Wembley Stadium illuminate the night, millions around the world will be watching. Every jab, every feint, every exchange will matter. Because when that final bell rings, history will ask only one question: who truly owns the crown of British boxing? The countdown has begun. The hype has given way to reality. The stage is set. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. The fight that defines an era. So, boxing fans, who are you backing when the Gypsy King meets the Watford Warrior under the February lights? Drop your predictions below, and stay tuned for every update, every quote, and every spark leading up to this monumental clash. The world is watching. Are you ready for Fury versus Joshua?